Hello everyone, welcome to my latest video. Today we're going to talk about a Zelda theory that I have about what the next DLC dungeon will be. I believe it's going to be a 5th Divine Beast, because basically all we've ever seen so far in terms of dungeons from Breath of the Wild is Divine Beasts. But what could that Divine Beast be? Now that's the question that we're going to be dealing with today. As we know from playing the game already, the other 4 Divine Beasts are a lizard, a camel, an elephant, and an eagle. So what could the 5th be? All 4 of them incorporate certain elements as well. We got air, we got lightning, we got fire, and we got water. Because they incorporated 4 different elements in the 4 Divine Beasts, and the fact that this dungeon is going to be a single dungeon based around a story for the 4 champions, it's very likely that this dungeon is going to incorporate elements of all 4 of the other dungeons. So we're going to have elements of water, and fire and electricity and air. As we know, the much anticipated second DLC has finally been given a name, and it is called the Champions Ballad. Apparently this is going to focus on Zelda herself and the 4 champions who fought beside her back 100 years ago before the calamity struck. The teaser for the DLC, of course, shows Goron champion Daruk, the Zora champion Mipha, the Rito champion Ravali, and the Gerudo champion Urbosa, alongside Zelda herself. We've also been graced with a 17-second clip of Zelda riding horseback alongside other people, possibly guards, we can't tell their identities. What appears to be Dronok's Pass. The only place that came to mind when I saw this clip was Dronok's Pass. And this is what it would look like. We had Zelda and her guards walking up here on horseback. So back to the Divine Beast theory. My theory originates in an Easter egg, a possible Easter egg, that you can see in the Hateno Tech Lab. Let's check it out. Travel to Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. You can see this for yourself. When you arrive there, it is important to note that you are wearing an appropriate attire to grace yourselves in front of our dear Pura and her assistant. Enter the Ancient Tech Lab, and immediately you can see this whale of an Easter egg hanging and dangling from the ceiling without a care in the world. Yes, it looks like a Divine Beast. The decorations, the grooves on its outer skin are exactly the same as what you see on shrines and on the Divine Beasts. But maybe at first glance one might mistake this for being the Rito Divine Beast, but it is not. It is not. It is very different. It is very different upon closer inspection. Well, it doesn't really give us a great view of the thing, but it's better than nothing. This is what we have. It looks sort of like a whale of sorts with tusks. Obviously, Divine Beasts are based on real animals, so I tried looking up what kind of animal this might be, and I found only the closest images to be whales. If anyone knows, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below in the description about what you think it might be. It's an intriguing Easter egg, but if this is true, if this is the next Divine Beast, they had this in the works for a long time. This was here since the game was released. So what could this 5th Divine Beast represent, and what could it be? Another theory I've had is it's possible that this is a representation of the windfish that we've seen in other Zelda titles, such as Link's Awakening. So let's talk a little bit about where this dungeon might appear. My theory is that it could possibly be another water-based dungeon spawning out here where there's a lot of space, and a lot of space to expand the map a little bit. This could be an underwater-based dungeon, which is a possibility. It could even possibly be based in Lake Hylia. As we know more from the Champions Ballad, we know that it's actually going to be based 100 years prior to this world, which means technically, if we're playing in the form of a memory, it could be the only Divine Beast that's available. The hype around this DLC was because of the information telling us that it would actually be a post-Ganon game. That does not mean it's going to be based in the post-Ganon game. That does not mean we're going to be continuing the adventure from this point after we beat Ganon. Instead, it will mean that we probably will be delving into memories that Link has experienced 100 years before being frozen by Zelda. And another theory is that is it possible that we'll be playing as Zelda? Now there's a question. That question has been thrown around, except there's no confirmation. IG Aonuma, the producer of the Zelda series, revealed a lot of this information in an interview with some of the game media. Let's talk about the technical aspects of what this dungeon might incorporate. Will it incorporate another heart piece? I think it'd be very likely to get another heart piece from this dungeon, which means people will stop asking about 12 more shrines to fill up your heart containers or your stamina, depending on which one you've chosen. That means if you get a heart container, you automatically get another red heart added onto your bar, which means there's only 8 shrines left that would need to be incorporated into the game so you can max out all your stamina and hearts together. And doesn't that fit? We have 4 champions, 8 shrines, and 2 shrines apiece, each champion. Maybe there's going to be playable memories where we will be able to play through 2 shrines each and gain orbs that we need to maximize our stamina or our health. Now that would be pretty interesting. People have been asking about that, except we don't actually have any confirmation or any information on that being the case. However, it would make sense. It would wrap things up very nicely and very neatly, especially considering what we know about the Champions Ballad already. The fact that it is 4 champions, the fact that it is going back in the past with a new dungeon, and we're learning more about these champions. So that's it for my theory, guys. Let me know what you think down below, and let me know if you know what animal that is as well. I would love to be able to find that out, and it might give us more insight into the direction that Nintendo are going to take this 5th dungeon, which I'm expecting to be a 5th Divine Beast. So it'll be very interesting to see what they come up with. It's coming out obviously holiday 2017 this year, so we have to wait. We don't have an exact date, but hell, we're looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Till next time, awoo!